Hi guys, this is Dimple Mehta and you are listening to Our Quest. Thank you so much for showering all the love that you have in the previous podcasts. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe so that you can follow through each and every podcast that's released. And please do rate and review if you like the episodes. That just helps us make the reach, make the podcast reach maximum people. So I'm truly grateful for all the love that you guys have shown on the podcast until now. And today I'm here with you to discuss something super interesting, which is the second part of a six-part series about mindsets. And today I'm going to be talking about mindset in relationships. And I'm also going to be sharing a couple of things about my personal experiences, and I hope you like it and I hope it helps you. So, just to give a quick recap of what we discussed in the previous episode about understanding mindsets, we found out that there are two types of mindsets basically. One is the fixed mindset, and one is the growth mindset. In the fixed mindset, people believe that their traits, their personality, their skills are fixed, and that is what they're born with. So, effort is not what something they are keen on, and they like to continuously validate and prove that they're successful about their personality or their skill or their talent that they possess. Not so easy on taking failures, the fixed mindset people. On the other hand, the growth mindset people like to make efforts and they like challenges. They're undaunted by failure because they feel that it's a part of becoming successful. Even if they become successful at something, they still want something challenging the next moment because they like challenges and they want to be successful on something else now. So that's the major difference between the two mindsets, which are formed within us from very early ages based on the events of our lives. And it impacts heavily every aspect of our lives, whether it's friendships, relationships, parenting, business, any field that we are in. Our mindset affects our decisions and actions. And today we are going to see how it affects our relationships. So let's dive in. I would like to begin with the friendship. So, a lot of you who do not know that my number one person in my life, my husband and the father of my child, we go back around 13, 14 years. We were school buddies. We were uh, teenagers, and I think it was in standard 10th or something like that. And he was always in Chennai. I was always in Kolkata, and we have been truly blessed to have that friendship, to have found that friendship, because we have stood by each other through all kinds of thick and thin that we have been through. We have practically grown up together. We have seen all kinds of highs and lows together. We have celebrated all kinds of success together. We have been there for each other's losses and failures, and I am truly thankful that we have found each other. But a lot of people mistake in identifying their true friends, because a lot of people just want to go with the saying that a friend in need is a friend indeed. So some people think that if somebody is there next to me while I'm going through some lows, maybe that person is my true friend. Well, not necessarily, because a lot of people who have fixed mindsets tend to feel better about themselves by being with somebody who is going through some losses. So that second person is going through some difficult times, so that second person is at inferior position. So this fixed mindset person feels better about himself or herself just by being around this other person. So a lot of people actually like to have the sympathy or pity towards other people instead of having the celebratory feeling towards their growth or success or assets. So it's important that we identify our friends based on growth mindsets instead of fixed mindsets. I mean, those who are there with us to pat on our back while we are successful, to celebrate with us when we achieve something, as well as to be there with us while we are going through some lows. Those are the true friends, and not just the ones who are there at our sad times. Do you get what I mean? And more often, it's difficult to identify, like I already said. So, the growth mindset people are the ones who will be there with you, even in your success and even in your failure, um, because they are comfortable in their own skin. So, they will be there, even if you're at a high, at a rise, they won't be envious or jealous about it. Yeah, and that's how we have been lucky. And over that time when we were friends, we were also dealing with some heartbreak as teenagers. And dealing with heartbreak can be something very difficult no matter how old you are. And it takes mindset to see how you deal with a heartbreak. Do you see do you think that the other person who's breaking up with you or leaving you, or you decide to part ways, whatever it is it that person to be blamed? Do you seek revenge? If that's the case, maybe it's a fixed mindset situation that you're going through, because um it's only in fixed mindset when you're looking to put the blame on other person, and you want to you know, seek revenge to feel better. Whereas if you're in a growth mindset, you would simply feel that this wasn't working out. Definitely you will feel pain. Definitely you will feel pain. Emotions will be there, but you wouldn't be looking to blame somebody or seek revenge. You would rather feel thankful that at least I'm out of that which wasn't working out, and probably I'll find the right person, you know. um even while you're going through a heartbreak, you have to see whether um you're looking at that situation with a growth mindset approach or a fixed mindset approach, because it makes a lot of difference what kind of decisions you're going to take next, or what sort of actions are you going to make next. Yeah. And thankfully for us, for both Mohit and me, we just I think we chose the growth mindset route, and we were fine with whatever happened, and that's how we found each other. So it worked out fine for us. And ever since then, after a lot of years of friendship, we found out that maybe we are more than friends. Maybe we like each other. Maybe we should be dating. And with a lot of to and fro's, then we got into this relationship, and it has been fun because we have practically grown together, we have practically built together. uh, so that has worked out for us because both of us had the growth mindset. What happens when people are in fixed mindsets? If both of them have fixed mindset, or if one of them has a fixed mindset and one has a growth mindset, that match is a little difficult to make. Or you may always end up fighting a lot, because uh, in the fixed mindset you always want to prove that you're superior, and if something goes wrong you want to place the blame or on the other person, which is not really so healthy for any relationship. Coming back to Mohit and me, so we came to Dubai as 21, 22-year olds to pursue our masters, and we were studying together in the university. We were competitive at so many times in our lives, but in a healthy manner, not in a manner that's detrimental to our relationship or detrimental to us. It's just about that balance that you have to maintain, and that balance comes from your mindset. If you're from a fixed mindset, maybe you would really want to prove that you're the better one, and that's where you may cross the line of what's a healthy competition. Whereas if you're in the growth mindset, you would like to keep challenging each other because both of you would like to grow. So that healthy competition that makes both of you grow, is actually good for both of you as people and in the relationship too. So I remember even in the university, we would always, take a projects where we would be in opposite teams so that we are more competitive, and we would be brainstorming how we could perform better in our team, but to the extent where we are learning and growing, not not to put the blame on another person and not to show the other person down. You get what I'm saying? So relationships require a lot of efforts. And it's sad that in today's world, we don't still give importance enough to the skill of relationship management as much as we give the importance to other skills. What I mean to say is, if somebody is an extraordinary singer or a dancer or a doctor or a scientist, it's because that person has that skill. Yeah. And we praise that that person is extraordinary at it. Whereas if somebody is extraordinary at managing and maintaining relationship, that too is a skill, but we do not give it the due importance. We just feel, yeah, that's normal, what's the big deal? Yeah, that person knows how to keep the relations. But gradually, in the recent period of the time, there are people who are recognizing how important the skill is. Even when I talked about emotional intelligence, if you go through the book as well, uh, now people are seeing that the skill of relationship management is something no less than extraordinary. And people who can work out good relationships actually have amazing skill over there. And mostly the successful relationships are because of growth mindset, because that's how the challenges come into place, that's how the continuous change is acceptable, that's how the continuous growth is acceptable, and that's how the relationship is successful. Overall, there are two main problems with the relationships where people have fixed mindsets. The first problem is that when people have fixed mindset, they believe that if you have to work at it, it wasn't meant to be. So like I told in the beginning, that people with fixed mindset feel that the personality is fixed, or the traits or the talents or the skills are fixed. They're not so keen on putting effort. So in a relationship, a fixed mindset person can feel that my personality is fixed. This is how I am, and this is my partner, and he is fixed, and this is my relationship, our relationship, and that's fixed. Okay, so there are three things which are fixed in the mindset of a fixed mindset person: the person himself, their partner, and their relationship. And normally they want it to be ideal, and if anything goes slightly different from what they perceive to be ideal or how it should be, they feel that it's not working out, maybe it's not meant to be, you know uh so the good part is that your mindset can be changed. It's not like if you're a fixed mindset person, you will always be a fixed mindset person. If you put effort, you can become a growth mindset person, and we will discover how to change the mindset. So, for example, again, in this situation, if two people are in a relationship, a fixed mindset person would think that my partner should be thinking how I'm thinking. If I'm assuming something, my partner should be assuming the same thing. Why do we need to communicate? I mean, come on, you should be able to read my mind because you're my partner. But that's not how it works in a relationship. Communication is required, right? Yeah. A growth mindset person wouldn't mind to make the effort to communicate. A fixed mindset person would be like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you just read my mind? Maybe we're not meant to be. You get it? Another problem that a fixed mindset person can have in such a situation is they feel that because we are together, we must agree on everything. How can we disagree? That's not even an option. That's again a fixed mindset example. Like if you're in the growth mindset, you are fine to disagree on something because that's your perspective. This is my perspective, and we can both have our own perspectives. Yeah. Just because we are together or just because we are in a relationship doesn't mean you have to agree with everything that I say. You're not bound to do that if you don't believe in it. You get it? So that acceptance of disagreement can happen when the people are with growth mindsets, not in the fixed mindset. These are small examples where relationships need work, and fixed mindset people immediately feel that if it needs work, maybe it's not working out, maybe we're not meant to be, maybe they'll just choose to get out of those relationships. So if you're experiencing anything like that, maybe you need to see if you need to change something about your relationship for its growth. Yeah. Another big problem with fixed mindset people is that they immediately link a problem to a character flaw. Meaning, if something goes wrong, they would immediately blame their partner, because they have to blame somebody, right? In a typical fixed mindset, person looks for blame, right? Who to place the blame on. And the easiest person to blame would be their partner. Their partner may or may not be wrong, or the mistake or the problem could be with you or your partner, or it could just be the situation that could be wrong. But in a fixed mindset, you would want to put the blame on the other person and get free yourself, because you wouldn't want to take the responsibility of anything going wrong. So that's another problem that can happen when you have a fixed mindset. So look again into your relationship. Is something of that sort happening? Maybe you need to look at it from a different perspective, and things would work out and it can be ironed out very easily. And that's how marriages are saved, you know. I mean, so long, Mohit and I have been through so many ups and downs, so many highs and lows. We have had our disagreements, we've had our um, disturbances, or whatever you call it. Like, we've had our share of problems, but you have to put effort. You have to constantly put efforts to work your relationship out. You have to grow as a person. You have to help your partner grow. You have to help the relationship grow. All of those require skills. All of those require efforts. All of those are continuously work in progress. And that's how marriages are saved. If you're from a fixed mindset, you would feel that if a big problem has happened, probably that marriage cannot be saved. Now, I'm not trying to say that all the marriages that did not work out is because those people were from fixed mindset. Uh, I mean, they were fixed mindset people. No, what I'm trying to say is, when you want to save a marriage, you would definitely need growth mindset. When you want to work on a relationship, you would definitely need growth mindset. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share about how our mindset affects our relationships so deeply. Sometimes it just so happens that even when we are trying to make friends or acquaintances, sometimes people are shy to take the first step to have a conversation. It's again the mindset in place, you know. Sometimes relationships can become so ugly if not handled within time that your partner may start looking like an enemy to you. This is typically in a fixed mindset scenario, when you are constantly looking to place blames, and you would always keep on blaming your partner for everything that goes wrong. And if that continues for a long period of time, you might start to think that your partner is your enemy, which is again super unhealthy for your relationship as well as for you and your partner. So all of this can be easily saved if within the right time we check what's our approach. Are we handling things with a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? And if we are handling things with a growth mindset, you know, both the people will be so willing to put the efforts and work things out that at one point of time it may just look effortless. No matter how much of efforts you're putting, you'd be fine with it. So I just hope this helps in you having a better day with your partner, your friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. I mean, I hope this brings a positive note towards your relationship. And if you are already in a good place, I hope you agree with me that your growth mindset has truly blessed you with such a beautiful person in your life.